Okay, here I am on my way to the ashram. It's the place founded by a very nice man, Franklin Mellers-Wolf. I think that's gonna be the best pronunciation I can get. That's the guy who founded the ashram in the first half of 20th century here up in mountains, approximately 217 miles away from Los Angeles. Yeah, I'm trying to get to Tuttle Creek Trail, the 0 point, so it's a trail up in mountains, not that hard, I guess. We'll see. So that's the furthest point, was drivable with my PT Cruiser, and yeah, I parked over there. We see a couple more brave spiritual hearts are here today on the trail. It's approximately 700 feet from the official start of the trail, from the so-called 0 point, and we had that nice Tuttle, I guess, creek down there. And yeah, I'm just in my flip-flops. I don't know if you can see that. It's not that big of a trail, I guess. It's not gonna be that hard, no climbing, nothing. Just enjoy the nature and be excited about how ashram really looks like. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. I mean, I don't know how ashram looks like, but it's definitely worth it. So that's our 0 point, starting point of Tuttle Creek Trail, or Tuttle Creek Trail. I don't really know, please, no grammar Nazis or accent discrimination, which is federal crime, by the way. A spectacular view, yeah, and here we start. That's how the trail looks like. So far so good for barefoot. Okay, here I am doing a poetry. I love this rock. It just stood and stands here for eternity. I mean, from a human life perspective, like a guardian on your way to ashram, or the ashrama, or the stone house, how the Franklin Mellers-Wolf followers and people in the neighborhood use and still used to name it. Whew. That's a view, guys. Now, I mean, at least it explains why all those guys were doing all of this way uphill. Okay, now it's getting more and more like a real mountain trail. We have that creek sound downside. I'm so excited to sneak down there and to see the water, but can't. And yeah, this is a walk on the mountain side. Reminds me, as a miniature, is a very small Himalaya. It's pretty much how things look like there, except it could be the four-vehicle wide enough road, and the altitude, of course, should be several thousand feet higher. Oh my gosh, that's a real hideaway for all these trees. Yeah, and the creek down there is feeding them, supplying them with water 365 feet. And I'll do my best not to fall into the water. Oh my gosh, it looks so great. It's so like home. Yeah, and here's the water. Oh my gosh, it's so pure. I want to drink it. Yeah, and actually I had a chance to do that. So freaking great. so cold and cool. Oh my god, it's so cold. Oh, now it turns into a regular mystery forest. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can do it barefoot again. You know, I think the trip is even more spiritual if you touch the ground with your barefoot. So that's how you connect to the place, to the planet Earth. That's how you root yourself without any middleman. Here and there I can see these smaller big stones on the path, on its side. They all really look like you know, like guardians protecting the ashram. That's quite a usual case too. Stones have very specific energy in them because they're like so. Here this spectacular view, and oh boy, do you see these letters too? Oh my gosh, there it is, the stone house, the Ashrama, the Franklin Mellers-Wolf Ashram. You see, that's a human made. You see concrete here and there. So yeah, all of these have been gorgeously constructed and built here in the mountains. Oh my gosh, here it is. You see, it's quite well maintained, and I'm wondering where those folks from two cars are. The cars in the place where I parked. And we can see some modern building here, probably storage or a hideaway for those awesome guys who take care of the ashram. Ashram has a crest shape, and before walking into, we'll walk around just as a matter of respect to the ashram and to those who constructed it. But that's not gonna happen because there is no way around it clockwise, and we're not gonna do it counterclockwise. So we are entering, as you can see guys, it's not a traditional ashram architecture wise. It has a fireplace, which I haven't happened to see anywhere in Himalaya, and we see those Tibetan flags with some mantras on them. I suppose can't read them anyway, but they look gorgeous to me. And we see an altar, which is pretty common. I mean, come on, it's not a Hindu temple. It's not a Hindu ashram. It's an ashram built by a Western man in a Western country. And it's gorgeous. We'll try to complete our walk around of respect through this path. And I totally love this stone. It's gorgeous. As you can see, there is no source of water right here in Ashram, so those guys, back times, and those guys who are still maybe staying here, maybe not permanently, but from time to time, they definitely had and have to walk. We're gonna climb a little bit. That's a short walk down to exactly where I was drinking water and showering myself. So Looks like I did it in the right place. Yeah, I so love this place, guys. Yeah, strongly recommend that every of you, and each one who is interested about spiritual places around Los Angeles, just come here and meditate for the little way inside. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do now. So I'm saying you bye-bye. Thank you for being with me on this spiritual walk to the stone house, to the ashrama, to the gorgeous ashram of, my gosh, Franklin Mellers-Wolf. I think my kind of enunciation is an act of rape to his name, but he passed away, and I think he's fine with that. I think he's glad that people still remember his place, still appreciate his place, still visit his place, and do meditate here. And that's what I'm gonna do here, just across the altar. But that's very private act, performance. So I'm not taking you with me on that trip. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye. We see a little bit of Buddha Gautama without his head, unfortunately, but maybe this head is a replacement. Yeah. And here's the altar, the heart, the core, the main thing of the ashram, with a saying on it. As far as I know, this saying was written here way after the Franklin Mr. Mellers-Wolf passed away by one of his followers, supposedly. It says, "Father, into thy eternal wisdom, all creative love, in infinite power, I direct my thoughts, give my devotion, and manifest my energy, that I may know, love, and serve thee." Alan, that's the guy's name. So here I am, done a full good hour of meditation with a short nap in Shavasana altogether, an embryo pose, and this place is like really awesome. It's so good. I had some mysterious vision I went through. I'm not willing to share them right now. I'm heading back home for a new amazing week full of great deeds, and a lot of nice things are coming forward. I see you all guys around. I want to show you ashram, like once again, just in case, and how nice this place is. And just keep in mind that you all guys can come here and do whatever you want to do. It's not necessarily meditation you need to go through. It's just some time spending in a really great spiritual place, full of energy, full of thoughts, full of feelings, full of emotions, of people who constructed this place, who used to live here, who spend a lot of time here, and who are still visiting, coming and doing their stuff there. Yeah, by the way, I found this like writing. You see there's some firewoods in the corner by the fireplace, and there is that geology LCS society. You see someone was preparing these woods, and you got the leftovers, I think. And I noticed one little window there. You see it? I don't know what's the purpose, but I really like it. I don't know, it just reminds me of my childhood. And the second, it's winter probably, right? We have 4 of them. As I said, it's a crest building.
and I'm just right now in the very center of it. That's where I lied down and meditated and had a nap in Shavasana and had all these mysterious sounds. One of them was my mom calling for me in a quite an awkward but very of her manner, like such almost a cry. It woke me up. The other one, I felt like some man is entering from that door. It freaked me out for a second, but then I was good again. Yeah, and a couple of them more. I didn't go through the whole meditation as I usually go. I mean, I didn't took me to the whole tree, but I don't know. Maybe it's a shortage of time I'm having. I mean, time is artificial, but still, I want to get the lack of sun, let's put it that way. I need to get down till dark. But I want to come back here and spend a night here with someone, with one of my friends, because it's too scary to do it alone. So yeah, probably I invite every and each or any of you to come with me here next weekend. I'm planning to come, say, Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, but before dark, because we need to collect our own firewoods in case those are not here anymore. And yeah, spend the night here, and then next day, and then to take off approximately the same time, about 5 p.m. so that to get home when it's still, till dark. Yeah, so I'm leaving this ashram for now. Thank you very much for your hospitality, for allowing me in, for being such a nice and welcome place, such a spiritual place. Yeah, I'm going home.
This guy, I feel like it's one of the last barriers, one of the last guardians to the ashram. Is that there were a few of them on my way here on a trail just in the middle of the road or somewhere aside, as if, not as if, but being guardians of this place. This holy place definitely is worth securing it, making it safe, making sure no bad energies, no unpleasant people or creatures are entering, because it's a very fragile thing. Oh my gosh, that's a freaking awesome firewood, I think. So yeah, those places are definitely in need of some protection. Being protectors themselves, they still need some spiritual energy guardians who will prevent bad species from entering here. And by the way, maybe those huge guy I said is the most gorgeous here is the only one, but you see how big it is. Maybe it's a guardian from the western side. Is it the western side? I believe so. You know, the place is very weird because the altar was from the west side, which is so uncommon for all the religions, because pretty much in all religions you can see the altar on the east side. In this case it was the west side. Oh my gosh, I think I found an amazing place. If only I can climb it, that's gonna be a gorgeous spot. Yeah, I was able to. My gosh, can you freaking believe that? That's definitely worth another 5 minutes of meditation here. Okay guys, this rock I found here on the very edge of ashram
Oh my gosh. It's a little bit scary not to look under my feet because I don't want to fall there, but you can see there is an ashram. It looks like a western garden of it, and I'm gonna sit here for another couple minutes and take my time to meditate a little more.
You see that stone? I personally love it. It feels like it's the gate, the entrance gate to the whole thing, because I feel like it's right about where the whole trail starts. I do believe that we're really close by the 0 point. I mean, if there's any sense to call it a 0 point, because the change in attitude is really small. Yeah, and we have a second one on the left side, so see, like all together they look like a gate to the ashram, which is pretty common again if you visit any real working ashram back in India. Whether it's situated in a park or a mountain or any other hideaway place, it's must probably gonna be warned and welcomed by the main gate, which is not the entrance to ashram yet, but the almost like a sign saying that you're just about to step into the path leading to ashram. So yeah, those were the gates, most probably. Here we are back to 0 point. That's our first or last stone. You see, there was a sign. There used to be a sign which is broken. Yeah. And thank you, Franklin Mellers-Wolf's ashram, and namaste, and see you soon. Just my last couple of shots. Can't have enough of this view, really.